Every morning you wake up, you face a choice that will determine your financial destiny. You can spend your time accumulating general knowledge, reading random articles, watching endless videos, collecting facts that make you interesting at parties, but irrelevant in the marketplace. Or you can follow Napoleon Hill's blueprint and become dangerously specialized in something valuable. You can stop spreading yourself thin and start going deep. You can stop trying to know everything and start mastering something. The wealthy aren't smarter than you. They aren't luckier than you. They simply understand that depth beats breadth, specialization beats generalization, and focused knowledge beats scattered learning. Your specialization journey starts with your next choice. Choose depth. What if I told you that the difference between earning $50,000 a year and $50 million a year isn't working harder or longer? It's knowing something specific that others don't. What if the entire education system has been teaching you the wrong approach to knowledge, creating employees instead of empires, followers instead of fortunes? Napoleon Hill discovered this truth after studying the wealthiest people of his era. He found that every fortune was built not on general knowledge, but on deep specialization in one specific area. The wealthy didn't know everything. They knew something better than anyone else. Hill called this principle specialized knowledge, and he considered it one of the most important factors separating the rich from the poor. But here's what shocked him most. The people with the most specialized knowledge often had the least formal education. In this episode, we're diving deep into Napoleon Hill's principle of specialized knowledge. You'll discover why general knowledge creates poverty, while specialized knowledge creates wealth, how to identify your million-dollar knowledge area, and the exact steps to transform what you know into financial success. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why being well-rounded is a financial death sentence and how to become dangerously specialized in something valuable. Your journey from generalist to specialist and from poor to wealthy starts right now. Here's a truth that will shatter everything you believe about education and success. The school system has been lying to you, not intentionally, but devastatingly. For years, you've been told that knowledge is power, that the more you know, the more valuable you become, that being well-rounded and educated in many subjects will lead to success, that general knowledge equals general prosperity. But Napoleon Hill discovered the opposite. After studying over 500 wealthy individuals, he found that general knowledge, no matter how vast, has little value in wealth creation. In fact, it often works against you. Hill observed something remarkable. Many of the wealthiest people he studied had minimal formal education. Some had never graduated high school, others had dropped out of college, yet they had accumulated fortunes that dwarfed those of highly educated professionals. How was this possible? The answer lies in understanding the critical difference between two types of knowledge: general knowledge and specialized knowledge. General knowledge is what schools teach. It's broad, surface-level information across many subjects. It's knowing a little about history, science, literature, mathematics, and social studies. It makes you educated, well-rounded, and capable of having conversations about many topics. But here's the devastating truth. General knowledge is practically worthless in the marketplace. It doesn't solve specific problems. It doesn't create unique value. It doesn't command premium prices. General knowledge makes you qualified to be an employee, not an owner. Specialized knowledge is different. It's deep, focused expertise in a specific area. It's knowing more about one thing than 99% of other people. It's being able to solve problems that others can't solve. It's creating value that's rare, unique, and highly demanded. Hill discovered that specialized knowledge is what creates wealth, not because it's more difficult to acquire, but because it's more valuable to apply. The marketplace pays premium prices for specialized solutions to specific problems. Think about this. Who earns more, a general practitioner doctor or a specialized brain surgeon, a general contractor or a specialist who only installs high-end security systems for wealthy clients, a general marketing consultant or someone who specializes exclusively in helping restaurants increase their profits through specific strategies? The specialist always earns more, always, because specialized knowledge is scarce, and scarcity creates value. But the education system doesn't teach this principle. Instead, it creates what Hill called educated derelicts, people with broad knowledge but no specialized skills that the marketplace values highly. This is why you see people with multiple degrees working for people who barely finished high school. The degree holders have general knowledge. The wealthy employers have specialized knowledge in creating value, solving problems, and building systems. Hill identified this as one of the most important principles for wealth creation. Specialized knowledge organized and directed toward a definite purpose becomes power. General knowledge, no matter how vast, remains powerless without specialization and focus. But understanding this principle is just the beginning. You need to know how to identify, develop, and monetize your own specialized knowledge. The first step is recognizing that you already possess the foundation for specialized knowledge. Everyone does. The key is identifying what you're naturally drawn to, what you enjoy learning about, and what problems you're uniquely positioned to solve. Hill discovered that successful people don't try to specialize in areas they hate. Long follow their natural interests and aptitudes, then develop those interests into marketable expertise. They understand that passion plus specialization equals profit. Look at your own life. What subjects do you naturally gravitate toward? What problems do people come to you for help solving? What activities make you lose track of time because you enjoy them so much? These are clues to your potential areas of specialization. But here's where most people go wrong. They think specialization means limiting themselves. They worry that focusing on one area will make them less valuable or less interesting. They fear being seen as narrow or one-dimensional. Hill found the opposite to be true. Specialization doesn't limit you, it liberates you. It frees you from competing with millions of generalists and positions you in a category where few people can match your expertise. When you're truly specialized, you don't compete on price, you compete on results. You don't compete on hours, you compete on outcomes. You don't compete on effort, you compete on expertise. This is the $50 million difference Hill discovered. Specialists can charge exponentially more than generalists because they provide exponentially more value. A general marketing consultant might charge $100 per hour because there are thousands of people who can provide similar services. But a specialist who helps technology companies increase their software adoption rates by 300% can charge $10,000 per day because very few people have that specific expertise. The same work, marketing advice, commands wildly different prices based on the level of specialization. Hill identified several key characteristics that all profitable specialized knowledge shares. Understanding these characteristics helps you identify which areas of specialization are worth pursuing. First, profitable specialized knowledge solves expensive problems. The more expensive the problem you can solve, the more you can charge for the solution. If you specialize in helping people save $10, you might earn $1. If you specialize in helping companies save $10 million, you might earn $1 million. Second, profitable specialized knowledge is rare. If everyone can do what you do, you have no competitive advantage. But if only a few people can do what you do, you can command premium prices. Third, profitable specialized knowledge is in demand. You can be the world's greatest expert in something that nobody wants, and you'll still be poor. Specialized knowledge must address real problems that people are willing to pay to solve. Fourth, profitable specialized knowledge compounds over time. The more you use it, the more valuable it becomes. Each client, each project, each success adds to your expertise and reputation. Fifth, profitable specialized knowledge is teachable or systematizable. If your knowledge can't be packaged into products, services, or systems, it's limited to your personal time and effort. But if it can be systematized, it can scale infinitely. Once you understand these characteristics, you can evaluate potential areas of specialization more effectively. You can ask, does this solve expensive problems? Is this rare expertise? Are people willing to pay for this? Will this get more valuable over time? Can this be systematized? The areas that score highest on these criteria are your best opportunities for wealth creation through specialized knowledge. But Hill also discovered that specialized knowledge alone isn't enough. You must also know how to organize and direct that knowledge towards specific objectives. This is where many specialists fail. They develop deep expertise but never learn how to turn that expertise into wealth. They become the most knowledgeable person in their field but remain poor because they don't understand how to monetize knowledge. Hill identified several ways that specialized knowledge can be converted into wealth. Understanding these conversion methods is crucial for financial success. The first method is direct service. You use your specialized knowledge to solve specific problems for specific clients. This is the consulting model. You're paid for your expertise and time. The second method is product creation. You package your specialized knowledge into products that can be sold repeatedly. This might be books, courses, software, or physical products that embody your expertise. The third method is business building. You use your specialized knowledge to create a business that solves problems at scale. Instead of serving one client at a time, you build systems that serve thousands of clients. The fourth method is investment guidance. Your specialized knowledge helps you identify investment opportunities that others miss. You use your expertise to make better financial decisions and generate passive income. The fifth method is teaching and training. You help others develop similar specialized knowledge. This creates multiple income streams through courses, coaching, speaking, and certification programs. The most successful specialists use multiple conversion methods simultaneously. They don't rely on just one income stream from their expertise. They find every possible way to monetize their specialized knowledge. But Hill also warned about common mistakes that prevent people from successfully developing specialized knowledge. The first mistake is trying to specialize too broadly. Some people think specialization means focusing on an entire industry rather than a specific problem within that industry. But true specialization is much narrower. It's not "I help restaurants." It's "I help pizza restaurants increase their delivery profits by 40% within 90 days. The second mistake is specializing in areas with no market demand. Some people develop expertise in subjects they find fascinating, without considering whether anyone will pay for solutions in that area. Academic knowledge isn't the same as marketable knowledge. The third mistake is never moving beyond the learning phase. Some people become perpetual students, always acquiring more knowledge but never applying it to create value. Learning without application is just an expensive hobby. The fourth mistake is undervaluing specialized knowledge. Some specialists charge the same rates as generalists because they don't understand the premium value of their expertise. They compete on price instead of competing on results. The fifth mistake is failing to continually deepen specialization. Some people achieve basic competence and stop learning, but specialized knowledge must be continually developed to maintain its value and competitive advantage. Avoiding these mistakes is crucial for successfully converting specialized knowledge into wealth. Hill also discovered that the development of specialized knowledge follows a predictable process. Understanding this process helps you accelerate your journey from beginner to expert. Stage 1 is exploration. You explore different areas to identify your natural interests and aptitudes. You're looking for the intersection between what you enjoy, what you're good at, and what the market values. Stage 2 is selection. You choose one specific area for deep specialization. This requires saying no to other opportunities and focusing intensively on one domain of knowledge. Stage 3 is immersion. You dive deep into your chosen area. You read everything, learn from every expert, and practice constantly. You become obsessed with mastery in this specific domain. Stage 4 is application. You begin using your developing expertise to solve real problems for real people. This is where knowledge transforms into experience and expertise. Stage 5 is refinement. You discover what works and what doesn't. You develop your own methods, systems, and approaches. You become known for specific results. Stage 6 is systematization. You package your expertise into repeatable systems that can scale beyond your personal time and effort. Stage 7 is monetization. You convert your specialized knowledge into multiple income streams through various methods. Stage 8 is continuous improvement. You never stop learning and growing in your area of specialization. You stay ahead of trends and maintain your competitive advantage. This process typically takes 3-7 years to complete, depending on the complexity of the specialization and the intensity of your focus. But Hill discovered that people who follow this process systematically almost always achieve financial success far beyond their peers. The key is understanding that specialized knowledge development isn't just about learning, it's about learning with the specific intention of creating value and generating wealth. Hill also emphasized the importance of what he called organized specialized knowledge. LINS means not just accumulating expertise randomly, but organizing that expertise around specific objectives and outcomes. Organized specialized knowledge has structure. It's systematic rather than scattered. It builds logically from foundational concepts to advanced applications. It's designed to solve specific problems and create specific results. This organization is what separates amateur specialists from professional specialists. Amateurs collect knowledge. Professionals organize knowledge for maximum impact and value creation. But perhaps the most important insight Hill discovered about specialized knowledge is its compound effect over time. Unlike general knowledge, which has diminishing returns, specialized knowledge becomes more valuable the deeper you go. Your second year of specialization builds on your first. Your fifth year builds on all the previous years. Your 10th year of specialization makes you almost impossible to compete against in your specific domain. This compound effect explains why some specialists earn exponentially more than others in the same field. It's not just about having specialized knowledge, it's about having deeply developed, continuously refined, systematically organized specialized knowledge. The specialists who earn millions aren't just experts. They're experts who have spent years deepening their expertise, organizing their knowledge, and finding better ways to apply their skills to create value. This is why Hill emphasized the importance of persistence in developing specialized knowledge. Most people give up before the compound effect begins. They specialize for a few months or a few years, don't see immediate dramatic results, and abandon their specialization for something else. But the real wealth creation happens in years 5-10 of specialization, when your expertise becomes truly rare and valuable. This is when you transition from being paid for your time to being paid for your results. This is when you can command premium prices because few people can deliver what you deliver. He also discovered that specialized knowledge creates what he called mental leverage. Instead of competing with muscle, you compete with mind. Instead of being paid for effort, you're paid for insight. Instead of working harder, you work smarter. This mental leverage is what allows specialists to earn more while working less. They're not paid for the time they spend working. They're paid for the knowledge they've accumulated over years of specialization. A specialist might solve in 1 hour what would take a generalist weeks to figure out. That 1 hour of specialized insight might be worth thousands of dollars because it saves the client time, money, or frustration. This is the ultimate expression of specialized knowledge, being paid premium prices for superior results delivered efficiently. So how do you apply all of this to your own life? How do you identify and develop your million-dollar specialized knowledge? Start by conducting what Hill called a specialized knowledge audit. Examine your current knowledge, skills, and interests. Ask yourself, what do I already know more about than most people? What problems do people come to me for help solving? What subjects do I naturally gravitate toward? Look for the intersection between your interests, your aptitudes, and market demand. This intersection is where your specialized knowledge opportunity lies. Next, narrow your focus dramatically. Instead of trying to help everyone with everything, choose one specific problem that you can solve better than anyone else. Make your specialization so narrow that you can become the obvious choice for people who have that specific problem. Then, begin the systematic development of your expertise. Create a learning plan. Identify the key books, courses, mentors, and experiences you need to develop deep knowledge in your chosen area. But don't just learn, apply. Find ways to use your developing expertise to solve real problems for real people. This application is what transforms knowledge into expertise and expertise into wealth. Start charging for your specialized knowledge as soon as possible, even if you don't feel fully qualified. Hill discovered that people often underestimate the value of their expertise. What seems obvious to you because of your specialized knowledge might be incredibly valuable to others who lack that knowledge. Build a system for continuously deepening your specialization. Schedule regular time for learning, practicing, and refining your expertise. Make specialization development a permanent part of your life, not a temporary project. Create multiple ways to monetize your specialized knowledge. Don't rely on just one income stream. Look for opportunities to package your expertise into consulting, products, courses, and systems. Most importantly, be patient with the process. Specialized knowledge wealth creation is a marathon, not a sprint. The compound effect takes time to manifest, but when it does, the results are extraordinary. Remember that you're not trying to become good at everything. You're trying to become excellent at something specific and valuable. You're not trying to compete with everyone. You're trying to eliminate competition by becoming uniquely specialized. Hill proved that this approach works regardless of your starting point. You don't need advanced degrees or special talents. You need focus, persistence, and the willingness to go deep instead of wide in your knowledge development. The marketplace will always pay premium prices for specialized solutions to specific problems. Your job is to position yourself as the person who provides those solutions. Every day you spend accumulating general knowledge is a day not spent developing specialized knowledge. Every day you spend trying to be good at everything is a day not spent becoming excellent at something. Every day you spend competing as a generalist is a day not spent dominating as a specialist. The choice is yours. But remember, general knowledge creates employees, but specialized knowledge creates empires. Right now, someone with specialized knowledge is solving a problem you didn't even know existed and earning a fortune doing it. While others debate politics or follow celebrity gossip, they're mastering their craft. While others consume general information, they're creating specific solutions. While others try to be good at everything, they're becoming excellent at one thing. Napoleon Hill proved that this pattern repeats throughout history. The fortunes go to the specialists, not the generalists. The wealth flows to those who solve specific problems, not those who understand general concepts. You have everything you need to become specialized. The question isn't whether you can develop million-dollar knowledge. The question is whether you will. Your financial future depends on your answer, and that answer starts today. Your specialization journey begins now. Right now, someone with specialized knowledge is solving a problem you didn't even know existed and earning a fortune doing it. While others debate politics or follow celebrity gossip, they're mastering their craft. While others consume general information, they're creating specific solutions. While others try to be good at everything, they're becoming excellent at one thing. Napoleon Hill proved that this pattern repeats throughout history. The fortunes go to the specialists, not the generalists. The wealth flows to those who solve specific problems, not those who understand general concepts. You have everything you need to become specialized. The question isn't whether you can develop million-dollar knowledge. The question is whether you will. Your financial future depends on your answer, and that answer starts today.